Hey everybody, it's Emily the Crazy Worm Lady. I am here today for an unboxing video of this box that I got in the mail that I hinted to you guys about the other day. And I am going to set this up temporarily in my office where my urban worm bag is. But this room is a mess and it will get moved eventually. Right now I just have my giant stack of cardboard that needs to be shredded over there. So I'm gonna get this phone up on a tripod and we're gonna pop this open and see what's inside. So let's get to it. So I fully intended to bring you guys along for the entire unboxing, but I had a hell of a time getting this box open. It was taped shut so well. But I'm gonna pull this out. And I have myself a new VermiBag Max. So this is going to be my opportunity to let you guys know officially that in addition to my affiliate relationship with Steve from the Urban Worm Company, I have now joined the affiliate program with Tom as well from VermiBag. I've been so impressed with both of these systems. Just like anything, both of them have their little nuances, but really, all in all, they're absolutely amazing systems, and they have both worked really well for me. So I decided to get the bigger version of the VermiBag. So this is the Max, and it is the hot pink version, and I got myself a personalized version. So that's one nice thing. Tom makes all of his bags by hand. So I think it's pretty cool that I'm going to have one that's completely unique to me and it has my name right on it. So let me pull out the rest of the pieces here and we will get this set up. I'm not sure if we will add the worms today, but let's just see how this goes. So in here I have a bunch of PVC pipes. I bought the version that came with the stand already assembled. I just knew that I wouldn't get out to do the painting on the stand just like I didn't with my Mini. So I decided it was worth it for me to get the version that already had some painted pieces for me, a little bit less work. He already has the connectors attached for me, so it's going to be a really easy setup, I think. Very similar to the setup of the Mini and the setup of the Urban Worm Bag, just clipping a bunch of pieces into place and then sliding the bag on. So now that I have, I think, everything out of here, it looks like it, I'm gonna set this up. So I'm gonna pause for a second here and put these pieces together, and then I'll come back and show you hanging the bag onto the stand. Alright, so as you see, I've put a few of these corners on, but I wanted to show you this comes with these little corner pieces that you just loop through here, and the connector for the bag in the corner, you slide this through, and then this is where it gets a little tricky here at the end because it's a tight fit, which is to help the bag be held taut and actually helps hold the stand together as well. If I would stop looking through the camera and look at what I'm doing, it might be a little bit easier. There we go. And then there we go. I'm making this look way harder than it is. It's really not that bad. So I'm going to do this last corner, and I think we will get this started up. Alright guys, so I'm completely fixed up here. There's my lovely logo. And I'm just going to show you down inside the bin, this is comparable, if not larger, than the urban worm bag. I think it is a little bit larger. And Tom always suggests starting with some new sweat paper kind of packed into the bottom before you add any worms to it. So I think I am going to do that. And then of course this has the mesh lid that's a little bit more see-through and breathable than the urban worm bag. I want to quickly show you down the harvest panel and then we'll get this started up. Of course my lighting is far from ideal down here, but here's our zipper, and you can see this is that liner that tapers down to the middle, and this prevents the zipper from sticking. So then you zip this up around it, the castings all get caught within this opening, and then you'll have seldom, if any, contact from castings on your zipper. You might get a few worms, but I don't think it would be a big issue as far as the casting. So this is an excellent design. I believe the urban worm bag has improved their design, a little bit different but relatively similar, and I'm eager to see how these harvest panels work. So let me get some wet newspaper and we're going to introduce our worms. Alright, so I've gotten some wet newspaper together here. The largest section I'm going to do is these 2 thick, nice and wide pieces down here. And they're not completely wet, but they're definitely wet enough in my opinion. So I'm going to lay these down in here. And then I'm just going to do 2 crossway pieces as well. I just figured it can't be safe enough, and I want to avoid having too many worms find their way down into the bottom, because that could end up potentially muddying up our harvest area. So I think that's pretty good coverage. So those European night crawlers that you saw, they are going to be put into this bin. So I have their bin right here, and if I can get this out of your view a little bit here, I'll come this side. Okay, I'm just going to add these guys in. They do have bedding in here. There is some apples, well, 1 apple I think, but I'm going to put that closer to the top. But this is a nice moist bedding. I think this will be a perfect starter for them. So I'm just going to get the majority of these guys out of here. I am going to keep some for myself for other projects, but I am going to put most of them into here. I don't want this worm. Got a few worms. Hold on. Need to work on my throwing skills. Okay. So toss in this apple. I did add grit in here, so that should be fine. And another handful of these euros. What the heck, maybe 2. I'm just gonna level this bin back out, and I'll keep this for some of my side experiments. And now I'm gonna add some red wigglers that I have. That's probably about 3/4 of a pound, I would say, of euros. And I think I probably have about 1 pound of reds in here. So there's apples in here as well. I showed you guys the other day. I'll take out some of these larger pieces of bedding. Try not to get any worms. And I'll throw these apples in here as well, because I'm not going to feed this bin right away. I'm going to give it a week or so. And again, I'm not going to put all of them in, but most of them. And I'll show you real quick. think they're going to do really well in here. So I'm going to say we probably are adding about 3/4 of a pound of each type of worm to these systems. So I'm just trying to see how many I have left in here. Yeah, I think they'll be fine. So there we have about 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds of worms. Like I said, I added some buffer in when these guys were feeding. But I will give a little bit of a sprinkling of my special mix. Try to prevent any sort of issues with bugs. It's a grit source and some kelp meal for nutrients, that type of thing. It's a lot of that, I know. And now I'm just going to put a few handfuls of some drier, still damp, coconut coir on the top. And I'm going to let this go sit for a day or two, and I'll check the moisture. And if it's on the drier side, I will sprinkle the top with some water. But with any new system, I like to go a little bit conservative before I jump in adding a lot of moisture or a lot of dry stuff. I just kind of like to feel it out for a while first. So, get this covered up. And this is going to be the new, not really experiment, but this new project for us. And I'm pretty excited. We're starting from scratch. There is no window in this version, simply because of how large it is. I think a window would probably be difficult and not very feasible. But I think that should be relatively adequate covering and a good start for them. I may drizzle a little bit of water down there in a little while, but for now, that's going to be it. So we're going to zipper this up. Again, like I said, I'm really impressed with the personalization that you can get, and the fact that Tom gave me my crazy worm lady. I was really excited about that. That's awesome. So these corner connectors, really, because of the pull, are going to be very, very strong, and also it helps hold your stand together so your stand doesn't sway as much. And the more weight you get in here, the less it'll sway, but it's very minimal. And since I'm going to be relocating this, I don't want it to be too heavy right now. So that's going to be the update for today. Thank you guys for tuning in, for watching, liking, subscribing, all of that good stuff. I'm going to throw a mortar tray beneath this just in case we would have any sort of issues with moisture. And we'll come back next week and consider giving these guys a feeding. So let me know what you think. Drop your comments below. Like this video. Subscribe if you'd like some more content from me. And stay tuned. Wednesday I am going to be doing my recap video and a giveaway. So definitely be watching for that. A lot is on the horizon, guys. I'm happy I was able to bring this to you today. So I will hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.